Hey guys, so it's me, Kiani. Today's video is going to feature my beautiful bride, Miss Kim Strickland, as we create an old world Hollywood look using Nye products. Kim has been very pleasant to allow us to film right here at the Sacred Heart Cultural Center, so stay tuned and I'll show you how we create old world glamour using Nye. To create an amazing canvas on Kim, we're actually going to use the Media Pro HD Cream palette. We're going to actually go in with my shade Bamboo 4. And I'm actually going to even out a little bit of the puffiness from Kim's eyes, and then we're going to blend out any of the harsh lines. We're going to actually keep the focus around the eye area, and then we're going to actually contour and highlight more so with Nye powder. So I'm just going to go in like so, and just gradually pat this in. And what we found is Kim's skin is extremely sensitive, so we're only going to apply the foundation around the area that we're knowing that she's less sensitive, and her skin is already glowing, so we don't want to mask it with product. And all I'm doing is just really cleaning up around the eye area. What I like about these products, they are so creamy, so smooth, and they really do allow me the flexibility of the cream and the powder right on top and create a beautiful glowy look for my brides, but it's not masking at all. As well, you will see some of the bridesmaids that we used the powders on that really gave them an amazing finish, which you guys have heard me before mention how amazing the finish is using the Nye powder. So I used a combination of the powders, and we're going to do a similar technique on Kim without masking her face. We're just really highlighting around the eye area. And her eyes were already completed, so this is going to be basically the finishing mode. So as you can tell, it's already brightened up her eyes. And I'm just going to apply just a little bit right in the middle of her forehead, right down the bridge of her nose, just to start the contouring effect. Right here on the chin. And this shade is lighter, and I do that intentionally because proper product placement is exactly what you want when you're applying products such as this. Feels very light, Kim?
Yes, it feels sheer.
Exactly what we want. And you can see I'm actually just stenciling this in using a flat foundation brush. The product is smooth enough that I can basically just blend it out right with my fingers. It warms up the product and allows us just to move it right into position. Okay. Next, we're actually going to set that using the Nye Banana Powder. I've actually mentioned this before. This gives an amazing highlight effect. Just pop a little bit in my cap. I'm just using a flat dual fiber brush. Pop off the excess. Look up for me, Kim. It's very important that you go in and set that makeup. You want to set that cream and buff out any lines of demarcation. Look up for me. And just remember, oftentimes makeup artists want to go in a lot more heavier than what the client is actually really needing. It's very unnecessary, especially when you're using HD products. You have photographers that come in, their lens is zoomed, and they will show any imperfections, but I haven't had any problems with that, especially with flashback. When you're using a lot of concealer around the eye area, it tends to cast white. By using the Nye products, because they are HD ready, they're designed for camera, so keep that in mind. Next, I actually want to contour. I'm actually going to use a shade about 3 shades darker than the banana. I'm going to use Nutmeg. Nutmeg is going to create a beautiful contour as if Kim has actually just been to the beach. And I'm not going to have to worry about going in and using any other creams on her at this point because, as I mentioned, her skin is extremely sensitive and is less likely to react chemically to powder. So we're going to put powder everywhere that we possibly can and still create a beautiful bridal look. Again, I'm going to pop a little bit of that into my cap. If you've watched any of my videos before, you've actually seen this technique. I don't change technique. I change products according to my clients. Suck your cheeks in for me, Kim. I'm actually just going to beautiful, beautiful cream, beautiful contour effect here. Very minimal product. Her cheeks are just screaming right now, so I can actually really, really capture that. Just kind of whisk that directly in. Don't forget around the temples. Take it all the way into the hairline. And what you're doing when you're buffing this all the way into the hairline, you're allowing for every angle of the bride's face to be photographed perfectly. From every angle, she should be flawless. That's exactly the look we're going for. This is an evening wedding. The lights are going to be a little bit more dim, so it should really, really capture that highlight. I'm going to contour out this nose here by just pinching my brush using the same product. This chin here. Now, lastly, what I want to do is just buff a little bit of powder right around this area of her face just to blend it all together. And thanks to Nye, they actually sent me an amazing sample pack. So I actually have another shade that I haven't recently showed. This shade is called Dolce. Now, because I've actually used a banana to create the highlight, I've actually gone in to create the contour. Now I want to use pretty much a medium shade just to kind of create a finished effect. And you've noticed this is going to be my third powder. I'm going to pop a little bit in my cap. Very easy to sanitize. So I always just kind of work with these. I'm just going to kind of buff that in. Just remove any lines of demarcation. But definitely going to keep her from having too much of a one-dimensional look. How do you feel, Kim?
It feels really good.
No itching?
No itching, no burning, no streak feel effects.
Wonderful.
Very light and airy to the skin.
The great thing, Kim has these beautiful freckles. You can still see the freckles, however the camera is going to catch your highlight and contour. I'm going to actually finish the look off by using a Benign lip. The palette that we're using is my California Sunset. I can actually create the liner and fall right into any hue that the bride would want. Again, we're going for Old World Glam. It's a 6 o'clock wedding, so definitely going to go a little bit deeper. We're actually going to use a little bit of my Royal Grape. Turn the chicken again. Close down. And what I've actually found with these lips, they do have a high shine effect, but they're very blendable. If your bride has very dry lips, it just smooths right over that. Kim luckily does not, but I have used this product in clients that do have dry lips, and it does not change the texture of the lipstick, which is great. And you can tell by the way I'm just gently whisking this in. What I've also found out is the more that I layer this product, the more beautiful the effect. Very, very long lasting, which is really hard to find when you're using a high shine lip. And I'm going to kind of create a little bit of an ombre effect. Ready this one? Ready? Perfect. Lastly, I'm going to fill in the middle with white mulberry just to create a little bit more depth. Okay, spin it. And there you have it, how we create old world Hollywood using Ben Nye. Make sure you follow me at love_Kiani on Instagram. You'll see who I am applying these tips and techniques to. And until next time, hugs and kisses. Thanks for watching. Bye.